My name is Daniel. I'm 36 years old, and a year ago, I was lying in a hospital bed trying to move my toes again, while my wife was in my house pouring wine for another man. I did not know that then. Back then, I still believed that being broken would make her love me harder. What I did not realize was that some people only know how to love you when you are useful. The moment you need them more than they need you, they start looking for an exit. Before everything fell apart, my life was simple. I worked as an electrician in a small town just outside Birmingham, early mornings, tea in a travel mug, long days on building sites. I liked it. It was honest work. I met my wife, Sarah, at a friend's barbecue. I remember the first time I saw her. She was standing near the cheap plastic table, holding a paper plate with a burnt sausage and a pile of potato salad, arguing with my mate about music. She flicked her hair back, rolled her eyes, and said, "If you say it all sounds the same one more time, I'm throwing this at you." I laughed. She looked over at me, smirked, and said, "Back me up, stranger. Tell him he has awful taste." So I did. That night, we ended up sharing a blanket near the garden fire pit, talking until the flames were just warm orange ghosts on black charcoal. She told me about her job as a teaching assistant. I told her about my work, about near misses with live wires, about old men who offered me biscuits whenever I fixed their lights. She listened like I was interesting. She made me feel seen. We started seeing each other. Coffee dates, long walks by the canal, Sunday sleep ins that turned into cold toast and midday guilt. 2 years later, we got married. Small church, cream dress, my mom crying before the ceremony even started. When Sarah walked down the aisle, I honestly believed this was it. We moved into a semi detached house on a quiet street, same street I would later learn she shared with the man she cheated with. Our neighbor, Tom. Tom moved in next door about a year after we did. He was a few years older than me. Divorced. IT job in the city. He had that easy charm some men are just born with. The type who can talk to anyone. The type who calls everyone mate within 5 minutes. We met over bins. Literally. I was dragging ours back in after collection. He wrestled his over the curb, swore at the wheel, then laughed when he saw me watching. "Good first impression, yeah?" he said. "Hi, I'm Tom. I swear less when it's not been day." We shook hands. A week later, he and Sarah met properly over the garden fence. She was hanging out washing. He was watering a dead plant, pretending he could save it. They started chatting about the area, about the noisy kids down the road, about the fact that our local takeaway was either a blessing or a curse. He came over that weekend for a drink. We sat in the garden, cans of beer sweating in our hands, sun going down. He made Sarah laugh. She made him laugh. And I was happy. I liked the idea of having a mate next door. We started watching football together, occasional barbecues in the summer, popping round to borrow tools. Nothing about it felt dangerous. If anything, I thought Sarah having someone else to chat to on the street was a good thing. I did not realize that the man I was welcoming into my garden would one day be sitting in my kitchen with my wife while I was learning how to walk again. It was a Tuesday morning, gray sky, light drizzle, the kind of day that makes you want to stay in bed. I had a job on the other side of town, old warehouse, new lighting system. On the way, a van jumped a red light. I do not remember the impact. I remember the sound of metal screaming. I remember my coffee cup flying. I remember a strange silence right after, like the world inhaled and forgot to exhale. Then pain, white hot, everywhere. I woke up 3 days later in hospital, legs in a frame, chest bandaged, throat dry like sand. Sarah was there, eyes red, hair a mess, hands clenched around mine. "Oh, thank God," she whispered when she realized I was awake. "You're here. You're here." I tried to speak. Nothing came out. Tears leaked from the corners of my eyes. She stroked my hair. "The doctor said you're very lucky," she said softly. "You broke your leg, broke some ribs, hit your head, but you're still here." Lucky felt like a strange word for someone whose body felt like all the pieces had been put back in the wrong order. But she was right. I was still here. I spent weeks in that hospital bed. Visitors came and went, my mom, my sister, some lads from work. Tom came too. He walked in with a bag of crisps and a stupid balloon that said "Get well soon" in cartoon letters. Couldn't find one that said, "Stop being dramatic and come home," he joked. He sat at the end of the bed, making me laugh until my ribs hurt. He brought coffee for Sarah. He told me he was checking in on the house. "You just focus on healing, mate," he said. "We've got you." I believed him. I believed both of them. After surgery and more scans that I could count, they sent me home with metal in my leg and a stack of leaflets about physiotherapy. The first time I tried to stand, I almost passed out. Pain shot up my leg like someone had wired it wrong. The physio caught me. "Slow," she said. "Slow and steady. You'll get there." At home, everything felt different. The stairs looked like a mountain. The bathroom felt miles away. The sofa became my main base of operations. Sarah became my carer. At first, she was amazing. She helped me shower, helped me dress, brought me food, changed the dressings when the nurse showed her how. She cracked jokes to make me feel less useless, but I saw the tiredness in her eyes, the way she sighed quietly when she thought I did not hear. One evening, I apologized. "I'm sorry," I said. "This isn't what you signed up for." She frowned. "This is exactly what I signed up for," she replied. "In sickness and in health, remember?" I smiled weakly. I wanted to believe that vow was enough to keep us safe, but human beings are more complicated than vows. Tom started coming around more. At first, it made sense. I could not do much around the house. He offered to help. "Need anything from the shops?" He'd text. "Want me to cut the grass?" He'd ask over the fence. Sometimes, he'd just show up with takeaway, saying, "Thought you two could use a night off cooking." He and Sarah got into a rhythm. She'd lean over the fence to chat. He'd pop his head round the door to ask if I needed anything. One afternoon, I heard them both laughing in the kitchen. I was in the living room, stuck on the sofa, unable to get up quickly. I listened. "I swear you're the only person who gets how mad the street is," Sarah said between laughs. "Anytime," Tom replied. "You know I'm just next door if you need to escape." Something about the way he said escape pricked at me, but I told myself not to be ridiculous. They were friends. We were all friends. I was the one who had brought him into our lives. When that little voice in my head whispered, "This feels off," I shushed it because I did not want to be the jealous, broken husband paranoid about the man who was helping us. As I slowly healed, my world began to shrink to small victories. Standing for 30 seconds, 2 steps without help, showering alone. Sarah's world seemed to get bigger. She started going out more. "I'm just grabbing a coffee with Jess," she'd say. "Going for a walk. Need some air." Popping to Tom's, "He's helping me with the Wi-Fi." She'd come back with flushed cheeks, sometimes with a new joke I had not heard before, sometimes quiet. I noticed her phone usage change. She used to leave it on the arm of the sofa. Now, it was always close, face down, walked. If it buzzed, she'd pick it up quickly, tilt the screen away, type fast. Once, I joked, "Planning a secret party without me?" She froze for a fraction of a second. Then she laughed. "You wish," she said. "It's just school stuff. Boring." When I tried to stand longer than I should, she'd scold me. "Stop pushing," she'd say. "You're stressing me out." When I asked if she was okay, she'd shrug. "I'm just tired, Dan," she'd say. "I'm doing everything here. I don't get to rest like you do." "Rest," I repeated in my head, looking at the crutches by the sofa. But I kept my mouth shut. Guilt makes you quiet. One evening, I woke up to the sound of the back door closing. It was late. The room was dark except for the soft glow of the TV on standby. My leg throbbed. I glanced at the clock. midnight. Sarah's side of the bed was empty. My chest tightened. I forced myself to sit up, swing my legs over, reach for the crutches. By the time I made it to the landing, I heard voices downstairs. One male, one female. Hers. His. I could not make out the words. Just murmurs. A low laugh. I froze at the top of the stairs. My heart was pounding so hard I could feel it in my injured leg. After a minute, the front door opened quietly. Closed. Silence. A moment later, the stairs creaked. I hobbled back to bed as fast as I could without falling. Sarah slipped into the room, thinking I was asleep. I closed my eyes as she climbed in. She smelled like cold air and something that was not our fabric softener. My mind raced. When I finally spoke, my voice startled both of us. "Were you with Tom?" I asked in the dark. She swore under her breath. You scared me, she said. Were you with Tom? I repeated. There was a long pause. Then, yes, she said. He was upset about something he texted. I went out to talk. At midnight? I asked. He doesn't have anyone else, she said defensively. He needed someone. You were asleep. What was I supposed to do? Made he wake me, I said. So you could what, Dan? She snapped. Limp downstairs and stare at us? You can barely manage the bathroom some days. The words stung. She sighed. Look, you're overthinking, she said. You know how he gets. He was just having a rough night. She turned away from me. The conversation was apparently over. I lay there in the dark, staring at the ceiling, trying to convince myself she was right, trying to convince myself I was ungrateful for questioning the woman who had been looking after me for months. But that night, something cracked. I started watching more carefully. A week later, I got my answer. Not because I was snooping, because the universe has a dark sense of timing. I was alone in the living room, leg elevated, remote in hand. Sarah had gone to the shops. Her phone buzzed on the kitchen counter. I ignored it. It buzzed again and again. Curiosity slipped through the crack in my resolve. I told myself, if it's an emergency, I should check. When it lit up, the preview was impossible to miss. Tom's name. And beneath it, a message. I still feel guilty about last night, but I can't stop thinking about you. When can I see you properly? X. My world narrowed to that glowing rectangle. Guilty. Thinking about you. See you properly. And the kiss at the end. My hands went cold. I did not open the thread. I did not scroll. I did not need to. Everything I had been shoving down for weeks stood up in my chest and said, see, we were right. The front door opened. Sarah came in with a bag of shopping. She saw me, saw the phone in my hand, saw the expression on my face. Her smile dropped. Dan, she said, what are you doing with my phone? I held it up. Tom texted, I said. Her eyes flicked to the screen. For one brief, telling second, she looked terrified. Then, she put on the mask. Oh my God, she said. Are you reading my messages now? I didn't have to, I replied. The screen lit up. I saw the preview. She snatched it out of my hand. You always do this, she snapped. You always assume the worst. I can't stop thinking about you. I quoted quietly. When can I see you properly? With a kiss at the end. Silence. Explain that to me, Sarah, I said. Explain it in a way that makes me the crazy one. Her jaw worked. We got too close, she said finally. He's been going through a lot. I've been stressed. You've been away. Emotionally, it got messy. But it's not what you think. It's not what I think, I repeated. In what version of this does that message belong to a platonic friend talking to his mate's wife? She looked down. His just texting, she muttered. It's not like we don't, I said. Do not finish that sentence unless you're going to tell the truth. Her shoulders slumped. She did not answer. She did not have to. My silence said the rest. I wish I could tell you she admitted everything straight away. She didn't. She tried to manage it, to minimize it, to make me doubt what I had literally read. We kissed once, she said. That's all. We were drunk. It was a mistake. At midnight in our garden? I asked. When I heard the door, she looked startled. You were awake? She asked. I heard you, I said. Both of you. Her eyes filled with tears. It was nothing, she insisted. It didn't mean anything. I felt awful straight away. We decided not to talk about it again. And yet he's texting you, I replied, reading the message aloud again. I can't stop thinking about you. When can I see you properly? She rubbed her temples. It got confusing, she admitted. We were spending a lot of time together. You were in pain. I was overwhelmed. He was there. He understood. I laughed. It came out sharp and ugly. So while I was learning how to put weight on my leg again, I said, you were leaning on my neighbor. That's not fair, she snapped. What part of this is fair? I asked. The accident, the recovery, or the part where my wife and my neighbor turned my garden into their late-night confessional? She covered her face. I didn't mean for it to go this far, she whispered. That sentence. I had heard variations of it in stories from other people. I never thought I'd hear it in my own home. It didn't go anywhere on its own, I said quietly. You walked it there. You might think that was the worst of it. It wasn't. 2 days later, my doorbell rang. I answered on my crutches, leg aching, patience thin. On the doorstep stood a woman I had never seen before, mid-30s, tired eyes, holding a folder. Are you Daniel? She asked. Yes, I said slowly. I'm Claire, she said, Tom's ex-wife. My stomach flipped. How can I help you? I asked. She glanced past me, then back. Can we talk? She asked. Somewhere, private. I led her into the living room, confused. Sarah was out shopping again. We sat. She put the folder on her lap. I'm sorry to show up like this, she said. But I thought you should know before you make any decisions based only on what they tell you. Know what? I asked. She opened the folder. Inside were printed screenshots, messages from Tom to Sarah, from Sarah to Tom. Not just the one I had seen, hundreds. My vision blurred as I scanned them. Can't stop thinking about last night. Wish I was in your bed instead. Feels wrong sneaking around his house. He's asleep downstairs. I just checked. You deserve more than a broken man who can't even walk. That last line punched the air out of my lungs. I found these on Tom's old iPad, Claire said quietly. My son was using it for games. The messages were still backed up. I recognize your wife from over the fence. I thought you deserved to know the full picture. How long? I croaked. About 3 months, she said. On and off. Started as venting, then turned into this. I stared at the lines until the words stopped looking like English. 3 months. 3 months of midnight conversations. 3 months of girls' nights and walks and just popping round. 3 months where the jokes I thought we shared were probably being rewritten for someone else. I thanked Claire. She squeezed my shoulder. For what it's worth, she said, this is not about you being broken. Tom did this in our marriage too. Different woman. Same script. After she left, I sat there alone with the evidence. The phone message had cracked me. These screenshots shattered me. That evening, when Sarah came home, I was ready. Not emotionally. You can never be. But practically. The folder sat on the coffee table. She walked in, smiled automatically, then saw my face. Her smile died. What's wrong? She asked. Tom's ex-wife came by, I said. She went completely still. Why? She whispered. She had some things she thought I should see, I replied, tapping the folder. Color drained from her cheeks. Dan. I opened it, pulled out the screenshots. Read one aloud. Feels wrong sneaking around his house. He's asleep downstairs, I just checked. She covered her mouth. Another one. You deserve more than a broken man who can't even walk. A strangled sound escaped her throat. Stop, she begged. Please. How long? I asked. No more stories. No more we kissed once. How? Long. Her shoulders sagged. She sank onto the edge of the armchair. Since about a month after the accident, she said. It started as talking. I was scared, overwhelmed. He was there. He understood. And then? I asked. She looked at the floor. And then it got physical, she whispered. In this house? I asked. In my garden? In his? Tears spilled down her face. Sometimes, when you were at physio, she said. Sometimes, when you fell asleep early. I closed my eyes. It would almost be easier, I said slowly. If you told me it had started before the accident, then I could believe I was just the idiot who married the wrong person. But knowing it started when I was at my weakest, I shook my head. That's a special kind of cruelty, Sarah. She reached for me. I pulled back. I'm so sorry, she sobbed. I hated myself every time. I told him we had to stop. But then he'd text, and I'd cave. I didn't know how to cope. You cope, I said, by talking to your husband, not by climbing into his neighbor's bed. I was afraid you'd break, she said. You were already struggling. I didn't want to add to it. So instead, you let me think I was safe, I replied. You let me rely on you while you were leaning on him. You let me lie in that bed thinking I still had a partner while you were texting about how it was broken, and he was what you deserved. She sobbed harder. I didn't mean. Stop saying you didn't mean it, I snapped. You meant it enough to do it over and over again. Silence stretched between us. Finally, she whispered, "Can we fix it?" I laughed. A tired, broken sound. "Fix what?" I asked. "The accident? My leg? Last 3 months of you and Tom playing house while I forced myself upstairs you never walked down alone? You're twisting it," she cried. "No," I said softly. "For the first time, I'm not twisting anything. I'm reading it exactly as it is." The next few days were a blur of paperwork and pain. I told my mom, my sister, their faces were a mix of anger and heartbreak. My mates offered to have a word with Tom. I said no. I did not want fists. I wanted distance. I sent Tom a single message. "I have seen the messages. Do not come near my house. Do not contact me. You are not my friend." He replied once, "I'm sorry, mate. I never meant." I blocked his number. Sometimes the healthiest thing you can do is refuse to read the rest of the script. Sarah slept in the spare room. She cried a lot. She asked to talk. Sometimes I listened. She told me about how lonely she felt, how exhausted, how scared she was that I would never get better. None of those things justified what she did. They only explained why she was willing to step over my body to reach for someone else. After a week, I told her my decision. "I want a divorce," I said. She stared at me like I'd slapped her. "You can't be serious," she whispered. "We've been through so much." "Yes," I said. "And that's exactly why I know I deserve better than a wife who reaches for the neighbor the moment life gets hard." "We can go to counseling," she pleaded. "We can move. We can start again." "Counseling won't erase those messages," I replied. "Moving won't erase the nights you checked if I was asleep before sneaking out." She sank to her knees in front of me. "Please," she sobbed. "I love you." I looked at her, and for the first time, I saw clearly. "You love the version of me who is easy to love," I said. "The one who works, who jokes, who carries heavy things. You did not love the version of me who needed you more than you needed me." I swallowed. "I loved you through your bad days," I said. "Through your stress, through your tears. You loved me until I became inconvenient." Her sobs filled the room. "I can't lose you," she choked. "You already did," I said quietly. "The night you chose him and told yourself it was my fault for being broken. Leaving was not easy. How do you leave a house when you still struggle with stairs?" Slowly, one bag at a time, my sister let me stay in her spare room while I sorted things out. It felt strange to depend on someone again, but this time the dependence was honest. No secrets, no late-night texts to other men, just family, passing me my crutches when I forgot where I put them. I started physiotherapy more seriously, not just to walk, to run, to reclaim the body I had once trusted before the crash. Some days, I hated that leg, not because of the pain, because it felt like the thing that had made her cheat. That's what the messages had implied. You deserve more than a broken man. Over time, I realized something. My broken leg did not make her cheat. It revealed who she already was under the nice vows and the cute couple photos. There are people who will love you softer when you are hurt. And there are people who will use your hurt as an excuse to chase something that feels easier. She was the second type. That was not my fault. If you have listened this far, maybe your stomach twisted at certain parts. Maybe you recognize the signs, the late night chats, the neighbor who's just helpful, the phone that suddenly never leaves their hand. Maybe you are lying in your own bed right now, feeling like a burden, and someone you love is making you feel like their patience is running out. Hear me. You are not a burden for needing help. You are not too much for having a bad season. Your illness, your injury, your depression, your anxiety did not make them cheat. That was their choice, one they made every time they answered that text, every time they lied about where they were, every time they looked at you and said you were overreacting while they were sneaking out the back door. Do not let them hang their betrayal around your neck like it is your fault. It isn't. You can be imperfect and still deserve loyalty. You can be broken in places and still deserve someone who holds all your pieces like they are not an inconvenience. You deserve the kind of person who would rather sit beside your hospital bed for hours than spend 10 minutes in someone else's bed and call it pressure or loneliness. My name is Daniel. I was learning how to walk again while my wife was falling in love with our neighbor. For a while, that sentence made me feel pathetic. Now, it reminds me how strong I am. Because I did not stay. I did not spend my second chance at life trying to fix people who broke me on purpose. I used it to walk away, literally, and to walk towards a life where my broken leg is just a story, and my broken trust is grown back into boundaries. If you are standing on the edge of a decision right now, wondering if you should keep accepting half love from someone who keeps telling you you are too sensitive, remember this. You are not asking for too much. You are just asking the wrong person. Leave room in your life for someone who does not reach for the neighbor when you need help standing up. Someone who will look at you on your worst day and still say, I choose you, all of you, even when you are hurting, especially then.